sir. Well, Nitin, since you have reached up to the mains level, क्योंकि जो बंदा वहाँ तक पहुँच चुका है इसका मतलब प्रेपरेशन तो है और आंसर्स भी बहुत अच्छे दिए आपने. बाकी थोड़ा 2-3 दिन और हैं उसके ऊपर लगा लो. तो you stand a good chance.
May I come, sir?
Yes, please come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Take your seat. What's your name?
So my name is Nitin Rana.
Okay, Nitin, tell us something about yourself, your family background and your education qualifications.
So as you know, my name is Nitin Rana and I am from Siunta, which lies in district Chamba. I pursue my high school education in GAV Public School, Kangra. Thereafter, I done my BTech in civil engineering in Jawaharlal Nehru Government Engineering College, Sundarnagar. And my hobbies include playing as well as watching football, as well as trekking and hiking. While my father is a PGD teacher in Siunta Government Model School, Siunta itself, while my mother is a homemaker and my little brother is a student.
Younger brother?
Yes.
Okay. What have you been doing after completing your BTech in 2020?
Yes, sir. So thereafter I was studying for the civil service examination.
You were preparing for the civil services?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which are your optional subjects?
So sociology, sir.
Sociology. Okay. In your hobbies, you have mentioned trekking and hiking. Which places you have been to?
So in Chamba district, I visited Mahesh Lake. Then I also visited some local treks like the Nadal Mahadev temple, the Chhatrar in Bhatiyat Valley itself. And in Mandi district, I visited Kamrunar Lake. Then in the Kullu district, I visited the Grahan Lake, the Grahan village trek, that is the base camp for the Hpas. And in Kangra district, I visited the Trund, the snow line, as well as the Kreri Lakes.
Okay, why do you want to become an officer?
Yes, sir. So basically, since my childhood, my father used to tell about the civil services. When I after plus 2, I get enrolled in civil engineering, while I get with my friends who are also preparing the civil service examination. So there I get to know more about the examination, and at that time we used to discuss on the current affair issues. So that molded me towards this field. And also, sir, the civil service provide the job security as well as the variety of the field that one needs to engage, and that is provided by the civil services. These are some of the reasons that motivates me, sir.
Okay, if you are selected, how will this BTech help in your administration?
Yes, sir. So since I was graduate in civil engineering, so basically civil engineering is basically associated with the infrastructure. So I believe that the civil services or the civil servant role is also associated with the implementation of policies that is related to infrastructure development, like the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, etc. So I believe that I can pursue these policy implementation better. And also, sir, since I am a civil engineering graduate, so I believe that this developed me the critical as well as analytical skill that helped me to engage rationally as well as efficiently.
So when you were studying, you worked on a concrete project, okay?
Yes.
Tell us something about that project, which was appreciated and recognized also.
Yes, sir. Basically, sir, it was the Pervious concrete, which has the property of percolation. That is, so it has the void structure in itself, so that the water that passed through top of it can easily drain through the pervious concrete. So it is a potential solution against the urban flooding as well as the groundwater recharge.
What is rainwater harvesting?
Rainwater harvesting, sir. So basically, it is a method in order to harvest the rain, where we can create the artificial as well as the natural structure, like the check dams or the Khatri in the Kangra district, sir.
What is your concept of a smart city project?
Yes,
if you want to make Shimla as smart city project, what are the main features of that?
Yes, sir. So basically, smart city project is related to the urban related to the improvement in the urban lifestyle of the people that is living in the urban area. And the project was started in 2015, while the Shimla city as well as the Dharamshala city was selected in this project. And the and in order and the basically the project mainly focus on the urban transportation as well as infrastructure, and the usage of technology through integrated command and control center. Then the Wi-Fi facility, the open air gym facility, etc. that are being constructed in the Dharamshala city itself. Then the project also focus on the waste management as well as the sewage treatment plant.
What are the different sources of energy?
Which one? Yes, yes. Now, basically, we can divide into the sources of energy into two types. The first one is the renewable energy. The other one is the non-renewable energy. While talking about the renewable energy, we have the solar power, the wind power, even the green hydrogen, etc. While the non-renewable energy are basically the fossil fuel based, that is coal, crude oil, etc.
Okay. Which country is known as the country of midnight sun?
Sir, I think it is Norway.
Norway. Okay. Now my question is, as far as Norway and other Scandinavian countries are concerned, population is very low. Okay, they are living in a very hostile climate, and secondly, the area is very less. But still, they are considered as developed countries. But what is your take on that?
Yes, sir. I do believe so. Basically, sir, they follow the Nordic model related to their development, that is mainly associated with the high taxation as well as the better delivery of services, and they also focus on the free education as well as free healthcare services, which help the local population there to engage positively as well as with full motivation and optimism in various field of life.
What is NPS and OPS?
Yes, so basically NPS is the new pension scheme, while the OPS is the old pension scheme. In NPS, basically both the employee as well as the government used to share their certain percentage in order to have a corpus which is invested in the market securities, and from there the returns are usually given as a pension, while in OPS the 50% of last done salary is given as a pension.
Okay. What is medical ethics?
Yes, sir. So basically, medical ethics is associated with the medical field, and if we talk about medical ethics, sir, I believe that the simplicity, the compassion towards the patient, the transparency that is associated with the drug formulation, the accountability with respect to its senior, etc. These are some of the medical ethics, sir.
So I'm giving you two areas. One is medicine, other is medical insurance. Okay, whether medical ethics applies to these two areas or not?
So one is
purchase of the medicine. Second thing is medical insurance.
So I believe that yes, medical ethics can be applied in both cases. Firstly, talking about the purchase of medicine, so basically favoring the Jan Aushadhi medicine rather than the patent medicine, which is more expensive. So it is related to the medical ethics also, and secondly related to the medical insurance. I believe that. So the transparency that is associated with the terms and the condition can be related to the medical ethics.
What is the difference between generic medicine and patented medicine?
Yes. So basically, when the patent of a particular medicine get expired, that is after 20 years, so that medicine can be called as generic medicine. While if the company still hold the patent, then it is the non-generic or the general medicine.
Who grants patent?
So basically, the respective country grants the patent, and it comes under the TRIPS agreement of the WTO that is signed in 1999, and I believe that's the Ministry of Commerce and Industry grant the patent, sir.
Reserve Bank of India, it releases reports after some time, every year, maybe at short intervals. So what is that report?
Sure. I believe that RBI released many reports, but one of the report is about the. Sorry, sir, I am not able to recall that report, sir.
What is repo report
Repo report, sir. So
and reverse repo report?
Yes, sir. Basically, the repo rate that is associated with the report is the interest rate that a bank can buy some credit or loan from the RBI, while the vice versa is the reverse repo rate.
Okay. How can we promote sports, in your state and in country? Because India is lagging behind as far as the Olympic medals are concerned. We are having a population of 140 crores, but the number of medals is very less. As far as the small countries, they are getting, more. So how can we promote?
Yes, sir, I do accept the fact of the lagging of India in sports development. Like we only have got 6 medals in Paris Olympics. And firstly, talking about the sports development in Himachal Pradesh, sir, I believe that we should focus on the grassroots development by favoring the local academies, the training facility, the psychiatrists, the physiologists, the trainers, etc. Secondly, we should also promote the sports also, as there is common notion that पढ़ेगा लिखेगा जो बनेगा महान, खेलेगा कूदेगा जो बनेगा शैतान. So that is just so that there should be a behavior as well as behavior change related to the sports. Then thirdly, I believe that we should promote the competitive sports also, especially at the local level, so that the talent can be identified easily. Fourthly, we should also promote the private investment. Like if we talk about in football, basically in foreign countries, the private football academies usually find talent and train them in their local facilities since the 9 to 10 years of age. So we should also promote that. And fifthly, sir, right now I am able to recall only 4.
Okay. My last question is, do you think that Indian society in general is facing any serious issue in the present days?
Yes, sir. Yes, there are many issues that Indian society is facing, and I believe that first of all is related to the divorce rate. I believe that yes, there is a rising trend of divorce rate, though it is only 1%, and it is lower than the world.
What are the reason behind?
So basically, I believe that we are more favoring the economic part of our life rather than the social of the emotional part of oneself or the other. The second, I believe that yes, there is rising trend of individualism in one life. So one identify oneself to remain. One is only focused on oneself rather than exploring and appreciating the expression as well as the feeling of his or her partner. And thirdly, sir, I believe that there is also rising the westernization where we are basically denying the local values that are associated with the marriage. That since in the Indian concept, the marriage is there is the sacred concept that is associated with marriage, but we are mainly denying that fact. And lastly, sir, I believe that there is also the case of there is also improvement in the opportunity that are associated with the divorce, since the divorce is legally sanctioned by the legal laws. So one can easily file the case and get separated from it.
Okay, as a student of sociology, what do you want to say about live-in relationships?
Yes, sir. So basically, yes, I do accept that there is a trend of rising living relationship. So basically, I feel that.
What are its pros and cons?
Yes. So talking about its pros, so firstly, I believe that it will promote more the love marriage and also the intercaste marriage, as one is mainly associated with one person on the basis of love in living marriage rather than on the basis of his or her identity. The second, I believe that it also promote the financial backup of the student, because mainly the student or the employees are living in living relationship, though they can also divide their resources that could be double if they are living separately. And while talking about the the negative side of living relationship, so I believe that. So can I take few seconds in order to?
Sure.
Yes, sir. Sir, I believe that there are some cases like the Shraddha murder case, which is also associated with the living relationship. Secondly, sir, I believe that there can be a misuse of of one person related to his or her the sexual inclination in living relationship. So that I believe that this can be related to the breakage of the trust that is associated with the living relationship.
These days there is a large amount of talk about love jihad. What's that?
So basically, the term is mainly associated with with establishment of love relationship with the other religion, so that one can convert that person to his or her religion, sir.
Nitin, you have some idea about India's geography?
Yes.
What is the Gondwana land?
Yes, so basically, as per the Alfred Wenger theory, basically the whole marshland is unified in the form of Pangaea, while with time the Pangaea gets separated, while the northern part is known as Eurasia, while the southern part is known as Gondwana land.
Okay. In India, where the Aravalli mountains are located?
So Aravalli is basically located in the western part of India, that is from Delhi to Rajasthan and get finished near Rajasthan Gujarat border.
Which are oldest civilizations in the world? Which are believed to be the oldest?
Sir, it should be either Mesopotamian or the Egyptian, sir.
Yeah, Mesopotamia, you're right. And the Greeks had some roles to play in those civilizations?
Yes, sir. Yes. Basically, I believe that the Greeks are one of the developed civilization in the ancient history, while we have various scholars like the Aristotle, the Plato, etc. that are associated.
Was it part of Mesopotamia some point of time?
So, positive point of Mesopotamia, sir.
Okay. You have the idea about the Alexander and his conquest?
Yes, sir.
Did he come to Himachal?
Sir, basically there are no, as per my knowledge, there are no such information available. But yes, there is a king that is known as Parvatak, and he is associated with the hill, the king of hills, and sir, there are some notion that this that king's territory is also lies in Himachal Pradesh.
Which one is that territory?
So basically, sir, I don't.
Up to what point did Alexander come?
So he came up to the river Jhelum, sir. Jhelum or.
There is a story about Kangra temple also related to these conquests. You have some idea?
No, sorry, sir, I do not know.
Not about the Kangra.
No, sir.
But Jhelum is where? In Jhelum river?
See, he's in J&K, sir.
No, did he come from J&K side or he came from Pakistan side? Which one? Where did he fought Porus? You have Alexander and Porus was another king. Huh? So there was a song also, you know.
Yes. So basically, yes, sir. So basically, the Battle of Hyderabad, as per my knowledge, is fought on the bank of river Jhelum, but I am not 100% sure, sir.
Why did he return from there?
Sir, there are various notions that are associated with it. The first one, he is associated with the King Dhananand, that was the ruler of the Magadha Empire. Sir, he believes that Dhananand could be more powerful than the Porus, who also give Alexander a tough fight. So I believe, he believed that this could be a dangerous step. Secondly, his army are also influence on the return of the Alexander, as he fought many battles, and with time the motivation also deepens, lacks, decrease. So this can also be a reason. The third one, I believe that the use of war elephant.
And do you believe that there used to be a concept called Cold War concept? Earlier days, we used to call it was a Cold War between two superpowers. As of today, do you think that that kind of thing is still in existence, or which is visible or not visible, or you think that power blocks still are there, or they're fading away, or they're building up? What do you think about the power blocks in the present day world?
So I do accept that. I do believe that the Cold War 2.0 is still going on, as we see the one side is led by the US, while there is other side which is led by China, with Russia as also his partner. And as we see in the Cold War 1.0, there is a concept of proxy wars, and we are seeing the proxy war is also happening in nowadays, like the Iran's proxies like Hamas, the Hezbollah, etc. Sir. And
what is the role of NATO in these power blocks?
So basically, NATO is a security bloc of the Western countries led by the USA, with partners like Turkey, etc. And I believe that they are mainly associated with the.
What is the main agenda they want to follow through NATO? What is their war cry? I mean, why NATO wants to go here and there and wherever they go? Why do they go from one place to another?
Yes, sir. So in past, the main agenda of NATO was anti to USSR. With the disintegration of USSR, I believe that.
Why were they anti-USSR?
So basically, these are the fight of two different ideologies, that is the capitalist as well as the communist. So the NATO basically uphold the liberal democratic values, and it also maintain the hegemony of the USA, and since USSR at that time was the second great power, so this can be a factor behind the.
Now the new president is about to take over in US.
Yes.
Donald Trump is coming for the second time now.
Yes.
And how do you think with his coming as a president of United States, will it affect our relations with the US? Will it grow, or it will get effective?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, basically, I believe that since the Honorable Prime Minister of India, that is Narendra Modi, and the Donald Trump has good relationship, so this can be a positive side of the coming of the Donald Trump. Second, in Donald Trump, the cabinet, we see many the Indian Americans like the Kash Patel, etc. So which may have the soft corner towards India. This can be also a positive side.
No, but he is also known as a racist president.
Yes, sir.
So he likes whites more than the colored people. So do you think will that affect our relationship with that country?
So, talking about the racist side of the President Donald Trump, sir, I do not believe that there could be much effect on India's and US bilateral relationship, sir.
Why?
Sir, because sir, racism though not exist in India, then it is more exist or more a part of the Western world. So I believe that yes, India can raise the human rights allegation against the racial discrimination against USA, but this cannot be a that much potential.
But he has a lot of say in the UN because they do a lot of funding, UN funding. US does a lot of UN funding. So who cares for the human rights? I mean, they have a great influence in the UN. I mean, what's that?
Sorry, sir, will you repeat the question?
No, I'm only saying that the US, as of now, wields a great influence in UN. So, even if there is a violation of rights here or elsewhere, human rights, so how does that matter for them?
Sir,
They keep doing, I mean, they go to Vietnam, they go to this place, they go to other places. They even now they're doing, somewhere they're doing by proxy, somewhere they're directly involved. They go to Mexico, they go elsewhere. Nobody talks about the human rights. Does anybody talks about the human rights violation?
Yes, so basically there are international organizations like the United Nations Declaration on Human Rights and UN High Commissioner on Human Rights, as well as the Amnesty.
That's fine. I mean, how effective is the UN for that purpose?
Yes, sir. There is a concern about the human rights violation that are associated with the ongoing war, and the failure of UN with respect to the upholding of the human rights. But sir, I believe that rather than criticizing the UN, we should focus on the reform that are associated with the UN in order to empower the UN so that the future war or the human rights violation could be safeguarded.
Name 5 things associated with Chamba.
Yes, sir. The first one is related to handicraft, the Chamba Rumal. The second is the hydropower projects, that is the Chambira Dam and the Beras Fuel project. The third one is the cuisine, that is the Chamba Chuk. The fourth one is the metal craft, that is the bronze utensil in the Chamba town itself. The fifth is related to the leather work, that is the Chamba chappals.
Chamba chappal is still relevant?
Yes, ma'am. I do believe so, ma'am, because yes, ma'am. Basically, we are promoting Chamba chappals as the district administration purchased the printing, the automated printing machine in order to improve the print over the Chamba chappal, so that the new dimension related to Chamba chappal can be explored, and it should be promoted as a MSME sector.
Which is the famous fair of Chamba?
Ma'am, it is Minjar Fair.
When is it celebrated?
Ma'am, it is celebrated on the second Sunday of the Shravan month.
Number of rivers in Himachal Pradesh?
Ma'am, basically there are many rivers, but the major rivers are the 5. The first one is starting from north. The first one is Ravi. The second one is Byas. The third one is the Satluj. The fourth one is Yamuna.
Fifth.
I'm sorry, right now I am not able to recall.
You were a student of civil engineering, but you didn't make it a profession. What is wrong with the infrastructure which we made for the roads? Sometimes over bridges fall, sometimes flyover falls. The roads don't have a good span of time. Can you relate to what are the bottlenecks?
Yes, ma'am. Firstly, I believe that there is a case of corruption as well as the use of the bad material that in overlaying of road. The second one is the upholding the IRC dimensions that are associated with the road, that is in curve. The super elevation should be in ratio of 1/10, but in many times this parameter is not followed or upholded. And third one is related to the disaster that are mainly happening in Himachal Pradesh, that mainly affected the road connectivity also. And fourth one is related to the topography. Since the topography of Himachal Pradesh is a hilly region, so it is difficult in order to laying of road.
You said you appeared in UPSC twice. Did you clear the mains or?
No, I cleared prelims 2 times, while I gave UPSC mains in 2023 as well as 2024. While I am not able to clear the UPSC mains.
What weaknesses you feel? Why couldn't you qualify?
Ma'am, I can able to talk about the UPSC 2023 since the scorecard was released. I am behind the general cutoff from 25 marks, and I believe yes, there are certain drawbacks that are associated with my exam. Like I do not able to complete my paper, especially the GS1, 2 as well as the optional. And secondly, my essay paper is not at par that it should be in order to clear the examination.
We wish you success this time.
Thank you so
Nitin, you have been in Dharamshala.
Yes.
Okay, tell me at least 4 things which are important as per your point of view.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, firstly, the tourism side of Dharamshala. So, in Dharamshala, we have various pillars in which tourism can be explored or is explored. That is the adventure tourism in Kareri or the Tune Trek, the pilgrimage tourism that is associated with the Akhanjar Mahadev, the sports tourism that is associated with the Dharamshala Stadium.
Kangra has declared the tourism capital of Himachal Pradesh. Yes. On what ground it has declared, and how does it going to help Kangra particularly and Himachal generally?
Yes, sir. Basically, Kangra has much high potential of tourism, but that potential is not yet explored, like the lake tourism in the Pong Dam, the adventure tourism in various passes especially in the Dholadhar. The third is the pilgrimage tourism that is associated with the Shakti Beat that is in Kangra district. And the fourth one is related to the sports tourism as well as the Buddhism tourism that is associated with the Dalai Lama that is living in the Dharamshala. And
what do you understand by religious tourism and adventurous tourism? Yes. And how it can be promoted in your district?
So basically, the religious tourism is associated with the spirituality, where one go to the religious site in order to satisfy his inner feeling, as well as in order to have meditate, etc. in the spiritual side.
So can we connect the spiritualism and physical health together? Yes. Health tourism and religious tourism can be.
Yes, yes, it can be.
How?
So, like we can promote yoga, sir. We can also promote Ayurveda, which has the meditation concept in it, and we can also promote the Ayush, that is the Sova Rigpa of the Ladakh. That is also.
Okay, adventurous tourism.
So talking about the adventure tourism related to the adventure or thrill that one can associate himself or herself when going.
Okay, can you name any particular activities which Kangra is famous for, as far as this adventure tourism is concerned?
Yes, the first one is the paragliding in beer wheeling. The second one is the mountaineering or the trekking in the various treks like the Trund or Kareri or Gaj Pass trek, etc. The third one I believe is related to the lake tourism that can be associated with the adventure tourism, as when we are concerning with the high speed boat, etc. When we are using high speed boat, etc. Then so right now I am able to recall.
Okay, what do you understand by currency exchange rate?
currency. So basically, it is the exchange rate when one is going to convert the local or the national currency with respect to that of the other nations' currency. Why?
What is the position of Indian currency with respect to dollar currently? Is it good in good position or else?
No, so basically, since the dollar is strengthening, so our exchange rate, the rupee value is decreasing. And so yes, sir, as I talked earlier, the dollar is strengthening as since the arrival of the Donald Trump, and his MAGA notion, that is Make America Great Again. So the private investment is pulling from the developing nation and going to the US, especially for Make in America, especially related to the Make in America campaign. Secondly, through the policies of US like the CHIPS Act, which is also pulling the
CHIPS sector?
basically it is associated with the promotion of supply chain that is associated with the semiconductor in the US itself, sir.
Okay. What is the future of semiconductor?
Sir, in India or at world level?
World level.
Yes, sir. Basically, the countries like Taiwan, especially the TSMC industry, developed the 2 nanometer chip. That is one of the most developed semiconductor chip in right now world.
Okay. Artificial intelligence is going to change the structure of employment. You know, tell me any 2 positive sides as far as employment is concerned in India, and 2 negative side.
So, firstly, talking about the positive side, so I believe that it will promote the automation industry, and it will create employment, especially related to the automation industry. Secondly, it also help in order to streamline the policy implementation as well as the management of the respective industry. Thus it help the government in order to achieve the respective scheme or the respective infrastructure etc. aim in order to develop or create the employment opportunities. And talking about the negative side, sir, I believe that yes, there is a case of unemployment as it will reduce the clerical job, especially with the established.
How this AI can help Himachal Pradesh?
Yes, sir. So firstly, talking about the governance, it will improve the transparency as well as accountability through streamlining the governance process. Secondly, it also help us it also help the industries in Himachal Pradesh like the medical industry, textile industry in Solon, etc. through the management or through streamlining their working process, as well as it will also reduce the expenses that can be used, especially in the payment of clerical staff. Thirdly, sir, I believe that we can also promote tourism through using AI also, as one can get the required information related to that tourist destination.
Okay. Himachal Pradesh government is committed to give 1,500 rupees to women, no? So what is the name of the scheme?
So I believe that it is the Indira Gandhi Sukshman Nidhi scheme.
Okay. So what is the criteria of getting this benefit for women? One question, and my next question is it good move of government to provide such benefit if women are not demanding? Yes, sir. That is from government side only.
Sir, talking about the criteria, I am not that much aware about related to the criteria. While talking about the second dimension, so I believe that yes, it is a good step and it will financially empower the women. But considering or talking about the present fiscal condition of Himachal Pradesh, so it will or may deteriorate the present situation also. So I believe that rather than giving the 1500 rupees to all women, we should promote or focus on targeting the scheme, especially related to the IRDP families or the BPL families.
Okay. Tell me any two famous judgment of Supreme Court which are being given in this year 2024.
Yes, sir. Sir, firstly is the Davinder Singh case that is associated with the creamy layer in the scheduled caste also, and sir, right now I am able to recall only one, sir.